Hello again, everyone. Welcome to video lesson 3.5, 3.6, and 3.7, all in one. But go ahead and title your notes with all of those, so you know what they're that you've done those lessons. The title will be dividing decimals. So you can just write dividing decimals. Most of you know how to do this already, so that's why we're hurrying through things a little bit more. But that'll be the title of your notes, and I'm just going to quickly go over what was in 3.5 and 3.6, and then the pages that you'll be on are on lesson 7, so we'll go to 232, actually, the next one. So dividing with decimals. So 3.5, lesson 3.5, was all about hold on, we got a visitor. Okay. All right, I'm back. Hopefully that's recording again. So 3.5 was about just do you know how to divide with just division with two-digit numbers on the outside of the house. So hopefully you know how to do that. If you don't, Alex will be feeding that to you. 3. Lost my place. 3.6 was about estimating, which is important on these, but it was pretty straightforward, so we're skipping that as 2. So we will do some estimating here before we start working these numbers. So dividing with decimals. When dividing with decimals by a whole number, divide just like regular. I'm not crossing that out, I'm underlining that. Divide like a whole number, and then place the decimal in the quotient directly above its place in the dividend. So you just move it straight up, straight up. So let's pull this up a little bit. Come on, there we go. I'll make it even a little bit bigger for you. So divide 6.8 by 2. So this was where the estimate part comes into it. Just like when we did it with multiplying decimals, so I'm having trouble talking today, that you want to check your work. So 6.8 is close to 7, which is hard to divide by 2. So they went down to 6 divided by 2 is 3. If you know what half of 7 is, you could have done 3.5. So our answer should be somewhere close to 3, 3.5, somewhere in there. So here we go. Set it up. Remember, the first number goes inside the house. The second number goes outside the house, to borrow some elementary terms. And then you just bring the decimal point straight up, and then you divide like regular. So let's do something a little bit different, and I'll do one of the got it problems with you. Leave myself a little bit of room to work it over there, because that was just the one example. So, like A is 7.5 divided by 3. The second number goes on the outside of the house. 3 divided by 7.5. So, no decimal on the outside of the house where the 3 is. This decimal inside just comes straight up, and then you just ignore the decimal. Totally ignore it. 3 goes into 7, 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. Also, while we're on the subject of dividing, super important, you keep things lined up. You start working your paper off sideways and stuff, and your columns are going to get lined up, especially when you have a long number. So next up is to bring down that 5. 3 goes into 15, 5 times, so 2.5 is the answer. Let's see if that's reasonable. 7.5 is close to 8 divided by 3. Well, that's pretty hard, but 8 is close to 9. So there's 3, and we come out to 2.5. And that's close enough. The reason you do this is just so you'll recognize that, if you mess up with the decimal and you get a 25, you know that's way off from 3. All right, so pause the video, try B and C on your own, and then we'll come back and do a couple of those together. All right, don't forget to show your work so you can get some full credit in class tomorrow. So that one is 2.5. Oh, I'm just going to put the answers on there. Where's the answers? Answers on. There we go. So 2.5, we did that one already. 0.5 and 4.9. So if you're pretty good with that, you can go ahead and move on. We'll practice in class tomorrow if you are not. So the other thing you'll do is have a number with two digits in the front. It's the same thing right here. Just bring that decimal point straight up, and it's like dividing 14 by 770, or into 770. Okay. Sometimes what they're showing you here is that you have to add a zero because it didn't come out even. So you just keep on. There's no more remainders. You're not in elementary school anymore. No more remainders. You keep on adding zeros until you come out even, or until the teacher says you just need to go out to the 100th place or out to the 10th place or whatever they happen to do. So, page 233, up at the top. More problems there. Oh shoot, look at that. I gave you the answers again. Darn it. So let's just have you do D, E, and F. And we can skip the last one there. Okay, so just do D, E, and F. Pause the video, work those, see how you got it or whether you didn't get it. And now you should be coming back with the answers. There we go. If you got all those right, you can stop the video and write some notes down. Take a look at my notes. Make sure you've got important information that you need. If you got any of those wrong, or one of those wrong, hang with us here, and we will do a couple of them together. So, 9.48 on the inside of the house, 15 on the outside of the house. We're doing D here in case you didn't get that. I like moving the decimal up first. That way I know I haven't forgotten about it. And you can even, some people, especially you guys that have a pencil, can erase the decimal in there, and then it looks more like 15 into 948. So, numbers are just bigger. Just takes you a little bit longer. So 15 can't go into 9, 15 into 94. Let's see, I know there's 60 minutes in an hour. That's 4 times 15 is 60. And so I think it's going to be close to 6. And so you have to go over here, when you're dividing and try it out. Oh, good, 90. That fits nicely. Notice how I'm lining everything up. Subtract, bring down the 8. 15 goes into 48. Darn it, doesn't go in evenly. But that's okay. It goes in 3 times. Hopefully they'll be nice and have it come out even soon. 3. I have no other numbers to bring down. So that's what they're talking about, annexing or adding a 0 until it comes out even. 15 goes into 30 2 times. Sweet. Comes out even. Minus 0. Nothing else to bring down. So that's, you know that is the answer. Okay. And that matches the answer over there. Okay. We'll go through them in class tomorrow, and hopefully you got that.